If your belly feels hard, not soft, hard, that's not just a little extra weight. That's visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your organs, the kind driven by stress, the kind that doesn't respond to more crunches or more HIIT. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you've been training harder and your waist still won't shrink, you may be feeding the very hormone that's locking that fat in place. Visceral fat is not a laziness problem. It's a cortisol problem. And today, I'm going to show you why the most effective way to burn it is not intensity. It's controlled, strategic boredom. We live in a culture that worships suffering. If your workout doesn't leave you gasping, drenched in sweat, sore for 3 days, it doesn't count. If you're struggling with visceral fat, that hard, stubborn fat around your organs, the issue probably isn't that you're not working hard enough. It's that you're working too hard and too randomly. You're gambling with your metabolism. Your body is asking for compound interest. Today, I'm giving you a routine that is boring, repetitive, unglamorous, easy mode. And physiologically, it targets visceral fat better than boot camps or sprint intervals ever could. If you can tolerate boredom, you can master your metabolism. Your body is a hybrid engine. It burns either sugar or fat. High intensity, heart rate spikes. Your body senses emergency. It wants fast fuel, sugar. Fat burns slowly, so it gets ignored. When sugar runs low and intensity stays high, cortisol rises to create more fuel, often by breaking down muscle. And cortisol is the very hormone that signals the body to hold on to visceral fat. So you push harder, cortisol rises higher, and the hard belly stays. You're burning calories, but you're reinforcing the hormonal environment that protects visceral fat. Now enter zone 2. Steady walking. Low heart rate. You can breathe through your nose. The body feels safe. Plenty of oxygen. No emergency. So it switches fuels. Instead of burning sugar, it pulls from stored fat, including visceral fat. It may feel like nothing is happening, but chemically, you're draining the oil tank, not the gas tank. And more importantly, you're lowering the stress signal that keeps belly fat locked in place. The secret isn't duration, it's frequency. Most people treat exercise like an event, one brutal hour, then 15 sedentary ones. When you sit too long, the enzyme that clears fat from your bloodstream, lipoprotein lipase, shuts down. This routine keeps it on. Not through intensity, through repetition. Here's the structure. Before emails, before work, walk. In the morning, insulin is naturally low. Glycogen is partially depleted. That makes stored fat easier to access. No power walking, no jogging. Just move. You signal to your metabolism, we are active today. You set your circadian rhythm without spiking cortisol.
After lunch, after dinner, walk. When you eat, blood sugar rises. If you sit, insulin rises to store it, including around your midsection. If you walk, your muscles act like a sponge. They pull glucose from the bloodstream without needing a large insulin spike. Do this daily. You flatten your glucose curve. You reduce insulin exposure. You remove one of the key drivers of visceral fat storage. It's repetitive. That's the point.
This is critical for stress-driven belly fat. Walking creates optic flow. Your visual field moves past you. This calms threat centers in the brain. Left, right, left, right. It sedates the nervous system. No phone. Look at the horizon. This walk isn't about burning calories. It's about lowering cortisol, the hormone most strongly associated with visceral fat accumulation. Lower cortisol, deeper sleep, better fat regulation. 15 minutes morning, 10 after lunch, 10 after dinner, 20 at night. About 55 minutes total. Not HIIT, not boot camp, just walking. Roughly 300 to 400 calories per day, around 12,000 calories per month, nearly 4 pounds of stored energy, primarily fat, without triggering the stress response that protects visceral fat. One subscriber replaced 3 weekly HIIT sessions with this routine for 30 days, waist down 2 inches, resting heart rate down 8 beats. Less punishment, better results, because he stopped fighting his own biology. This routine doesn't feed your ego. You can't brag about a 10-minute walk after lunch. There's no dopamine rush, no personal records, just discipline. But visceral fat is inflammatory, stress-driven tissue. You don't scream it away. You create a body so metabolically calm, so insulin sensitive, so low in stress, that it no longer has a reason to store fat around your organs. For the next 30 days, commit to the 3x10 rule. 3 walks per day, minimum 10 minutes each. Ideally, morning, post-lunch, post-dinner. Don't obsess over speed. Don't chase intensity. Chase consistency. Measure your waist at day 1. Measure it again at day 30. Most people chase intensity. The intelligent build consistency. One burns out. The other burns visceral fat. I'll see you in the next one.